Hello, this is Bruce from My Dear Mandarin. In episode 3 of our Zhu-yin series, we are going to be looking at Zhu-yin's ge to he, and also some of the Zhu-yins that we've covered on the channel in previous videos. Let's start with a quick review of our previous video. If you haven't checked our previous video, you could click the link on the top right corner and give it a watch. One last thing, if you haven't subscribed yet, please be sure to smash the subscribe button for more weekly Mandarin videos. Just like the first two episodes, we will continue to use the Zhu-yin keyboard as it gives you a general idea of where all the Zhu-yins are. The two rows on the left side are the Zhu-yins be to le that we mentioned in our previous videos. We'll go through some combinations that we learned as a warm-up for today's episode. Keep in mind, the tones are equally as important as the Zhu-yin combinations themselves, so try to mimic the pronunciation as closely as possible. De, I, di, de, I, di, te, u, tu, te, u, tu, ne, a, na, ne, a, na, le, I, li, le, I, li. Now, with our review out of the way, let's learn some new Zhu-yins. We are going to start from the top and work our way to the bottom. The Zhu-yin ge has a similar sound to the English letter G. The only difference is that the Zhu-yin ge has a slightly longer sound than the English letter G. Now, we are going to try out some combinations starting with the Zhu-yin ge. You are encouraged to read along as we move through the combinations. There's going to be a brief pause after every combination for you to practice what you just learned. So, don't get too nervous if you lose track. Just follow our pace and things should get better video by video. The first combination for the Zhu-yin ge is ge, 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 ge. Now we are going to add in the tones. Ge, ge, shi, o, shou, ge, shou, meaning singer in Mandarin. Next up is going to be ge, u, gu, ge, u, gu, adding in the tones. De, a, da, ge, u, gu, da, gu, meaning drum in Mandarin. The last combination for the Zhu-yin ge is ge, a, ga, ge, a, ga. Now we are going to add in the tones. Ge, an, gan, ge, a, ga, gan, ga, meaning awkward in Mandarin. Moving on to the next one, the Zhu-yin ke has a similar sound to the English letter K. You could mimic the sound of the English letter K and make it slightly longer, and then you will get this Zhu-yin ke. Now, we are going to go through some combinations and be sure to also mimic the sounds of the tones as well. The first combination for the Zhu-yin ke is ke, o, ko, ke, o, ko, Now we are going to add in the tones. K, O, Ko, K, Ke, Ko, Ke, meaning thirsty in Mandarin. Next up is going to be K, U, Ku, K, U, Ku. Now adding in the tones. K, U, Ku, Qi, Yi, Qi, Ku, Qi, meaning to cry in Mandarin. The last combination for the zhu-yin ke is ke, a, ka, ke, a, ka. Now adding in the tones. Ke, a, ka, fe, a, fe, ka, fe, meaning coffee in Mandarin. The last zhu-yin for this episode is the zhu-yin he. Sticking with the same principle as the previous two that we learned so far, you could probably guess how he is pronounced, which is a long H sound. Now we are going to move to the combinations, starting with the zhu-yin he. The first combination for the zhu-yin he is he, an, han, he, an, han. Now we are going to add in the tones. De, a, da, he, an, han, da, han, meaning to shout in Mandarin. Next up is he, u, hu, he, u, hu. Now adding in the tones. He, u, hu, xi, yu, xu, hu, xu, meaning whiskers in Mandarin. The last combination for the zhu-yin he is he, ao, hao, he, ao, hao. Now adding in the tones. He, en, hen, he, ao, hao, hen, hao, meaning great in Mandarin. This is going to wrap up our video for today. If you like our content, please leave a like to show us that you like this kind of content. And I'll see you guys in the next video. 再见!